Entrepreneur manifestation. What if you're not failing? You're just trapped behind a subconscious filter. I built million-dollar businesses. I've also lost them. And for years, I thought I had a business strategy problem, money problem, motivation problem, but none of that was true. The real problem, I was operating through invisible blocks. I didn't even know they were there until I began looking for the right things. One of them was that I was reading this book, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. Not once, not twice, many times. And I read one thing in one chapter from Think and Grow Rich, a chapter that changed everything for me. And I'm going to share that chapter with you here. I'm going to read a little from it, but I'm going to share some very powerful things. So if you are an entrepreneur, business owner, impact-driven person who wants more, this is powerful. This is really powerful. It's going to be a couple of videos around the same. So I'm gonna really dive deep into some of the things from this chapter. And it can be a business changer, a game changer, a life changer. So just sharpen the ears, just really listen and take notes and take this in. And before we dive into this, if you find just a little bit of value in this video, I would be so happy if you give it a like. And also, if you want more of all of this, subscribe to the channel. And if you want to make sure that you see when there's a new video on the channel, hit that bell. All right? So let's dive into this. Let me find the book here. And I'm going to read from this chapter in the book. I'm just going to remove the cover here. This is the book, and it's very nice. So I'm just gonna go over to my notes, and I'm gonna read from the book. I'm gonna take on my other glasses so I can read. And also I have sunglasses on because my eye surgery from a couple of days ago is still like not looking too good. So I hope this is working. See you soon. Alrighty, I got my glasses on. The book is here. This is page 167. It's called The 30 Major Causes of Failure. Again, it's Think and Grow Rich, Napoleon Hill. And the author says here, how many of these are holding you back? Life's greatest tragedy consists of men and women who earnestly try and fail. The tragedy lies in the overwhelmingly large majority of people who fail as compared to the few who succeed. I have had the privilege of analyzing several thousand men and women, 98% of whom were classed as failures. There's something radically wrong with a civilization and a system of education which permit 98% of the people to go through life as failures. But I did not write this book for the purpose of moralizing on the rights and wrongs of the world. That would require a book 100 times the size of this one. My analysis work proved that there are 30 major reasons for failure and 13 major principles through which people accumulate fortunes. In this chapter, a description of the 30 major causes of failure will be given. As you go over the list, check yourself by it, point by point, for the purpose of discovering how many of these causes of failure stand between you and success. So, let me see. And from here it starts. Looks a little like we're going to put some more light on. Yes. So this is an introduction, entrepreneur manifestation. Again, if you're an entrepreneur, if you run a business, if you are an impact-driven person who sees and believes that there must be more to life, this video is for you. All right. So this was the introduction to the 30 failures. I'm not going to go through all of the 30, but I picked out 3 for this video. So I picked out 3 failures from Napoleon Hill, from all of the people he spoke with. And those 3, understanding these 3 failures, and from there on check where am I, where are you on that point or bullet of failure, and beginning to shift your mind, shift your emotional being, shift your whole belief set into much more success. Wherever you are, I work with entrepreneurs who were solo, online entrepreneurs who worked by themselves. I work with people who had 10, 20, 50 people in their team, employees. And we all, probably you know this, we want to go to the next level. Well, there is a ceiling on where we are to the next level. So entrepreneur manifestation, the next level, manifesting more success, more money. So let's see here. The first one that I picked out of the 30 is lack of definite purpose. Let's find this lack of definite purpose. And here the author writes, this is actually number 2. It's on page 168. Lack of well-defined purpose in life. There's no hope of success for the person who does not have a central purpose or definite goal at which to aim. 98% out of every 100 of those whom I've analyzed had no such aim. Perhaps this was the major cause of their failure. That's why I picked it for this video. The last line, perhaps this was the major cause of their failure. So I took some notes here that I want to share with you. There's no hope of success for the person who does not have a central purpose or definite goal. And that's why that I've been so focused on myself when I shifted from my situation before, meaning lack, meaning frustration, meaning desperation, meaning chasing success and money and not succeeding. The only thing I succeeded with was a $1.5 million debt. When I shifted that into success, into building a company with 60 team members, one of the first things, and also one of the things that I've helped the people that I coached or mentored with this, is to get totally clear on your vision. And that's exactly what Napoleon Hill writes. So a couple of questions for you. And this is, I put this out. So either you, if you are in the manifestation masterclass, I'll have a golden piece for you. I'll share that in a moment. If you watch this on YouTube, you can just take these questions. And if you want to go even deeper, I'll tell you in a moment how you can do that. But the questions are good questions to ask yourself. Reflect on this, journal on this. Are you waking up each day with a mission or just reacting to life? Question. And you can pause the video or you can just continue and do it when it feels like the right thing to do it, or just do it today. Most people drift. They don't decide. They dabble in everything and master nothing. That's not a question. Without clarity, you can't create. The universe responds to direction. Manifestation needs alignment, and alignment starts with intention. So the first one is the question here. Let me just make sure so we don't lose the... Here we go. Are you waking up each day with a mission or just reacting to life? Are you clear on your vision? Are you clear on what you want your life to be? I'm turning 53. I am so clear. I love what's going on. I love sharing this with you, inspiring you, starting transformation to the next level. Are you clear or are you reacting? Question. And then power quote on this screen. Clarity is power. Confusion is power T. I'll say this again. Clarity is power. Confusion is power T. And I've been in both. When I grew my company to 60 people, I had so much clarity. So this quote is just how I felt. It was like there was so much power in me and so much universal power helping me. That's how it was possible for me to double a brick and mortar business all the time. But I also lived before in confusion is poverty, because I was confused all the time. Am I doing this? Am I doing that? Where am I going today? What do I want tomorrow? And on and on and on. And all this confusion just kept speaking in my mind. It kept putting me in emotions that was more frustration and desperation until I got clear on my vision. All right, let's move on. Okay, so what I'm doing, there's 30, and in this video I'm going to share 3 of the powerful failures, but there's 30 in total. And I'm going to create a special document with all of the 30 failures, powerful document, and with some powerful questions with that. So, and I'm going to share how you can get that document in a moment. So just keep watching here, it's powerful stuff. The next one, lack of self-discipline. Let's find that one. Lack of self-discipline, where we got that here. It's number 5 on page 169 in my version here. Lack of self-discipline. Discipline comes through self-control. This means that one must control all negative qualities. Before you can control conditions, you must first control yourself. Self-mastery is the hardest job you will ever tackle. If you do not conquer self, you will be conquered by self. You may see at one and the same time both your best friend and your greatest enemy by stepping in front of the mirror. So powerful stuff, so powerful stuff. And it reminds me, I told this again and again and again, but when I did speakings and seminars a few years ago, and I was speaking, I don't know how many people, maybe 500 people, a room with 500 people, about positivity and about being like a good energy. And in the break, or maybe before the break, there was a woman, and she came to me and said, Michael, you don't know my situation, but how can you speak about positivity? How can you live that? In my situation, if you knew how much negativity I meet all the time, I wake up, my husband is not happy, my children are not happy, I go to work, I see all those cars, they block me, I come to work, my boss is not happy, and it's all just negativity. How come? And exactly what Napoleon Hill writes here is what I told her. I said, you know, how come? I said, go look in the mirror. That's how all of this is happening to you. And what I meant was what Napoleon Hill writes here. You may see at one and the same time both your best friend and your greatest enemy by stepping in front of a mirror. Your best friend, that's all the supporting beliefs. And your greatest enemy, it's all the limiting beliefs. And it goes on in all of us. So it's so powerful stuff here. Self-discipline comes through self-control. This means one must control all negative qualities. Question. You already know what to do, so why aren't you doing it? Just reflect on that and be honest, be kind and honest, brutally honest, kind and brutally honest with yourself. You know what to do, why aren't you doing it, right? reflect on that, journal on that. If you can't keep promises to yourself, how can you manifest anything? This is powerful stuff. It's a great question to ask yourself. So if one person say, okay, tomorrow I will go to the gym, tomorrow I will drink more water and eat more protein, and then the next day nothing happens, how would it ever be possible to manifest anything? Or I've helped clients with their sales and marketing, and if an entrepreneur want to manifest a successful business, and the entrepreneur is saying, the business owners is saying, well, tomorrow I'm going to do 5 calls, reach out and maybe do some sales, and it doesn't happen. So that's the same question. So if you're an entrepreneur, if you run a business, if you're not doing the sales you want, if you can't keep the promises to yourself, it's powerful stuff. How can you manifest anything? Self-discipline is freedom. It's the path to real self-respect. And this is beyond this video, but I could speak for hours about this. It's so powerful. There's a video online from, I think he's a general or something, speaking about making your bed in the morning, how powerful this small routine is. And there's so much in that, and I know that there's a lot of discussing back and forward if this is right or not right, but it goes together with exactly this thing, self-discipline. You don't need more willpower, you need fewer distractions, better systems, and clarity on your why. So this is to argue, because the willpower, it's something that I shared in my community, the Manifestation Masterclass community. Willpower, it is something that we know today. It's in our brains, in both sides of our brains, and willpower, it comes from one area here, which I cannot pronounce right now, but as we do things we don't like to do, we will grow that area. So maybe a person don't like to do sales, or maybe an entrepreneur want to manifest dream life, dream success, dream business, but don't want to do the things and are not doing it. So you could say here that with fewer distractions, it's going to be easier. But on the other end of this scale, on the other side of this is actually when we do things we don't like. Science knows today that we will expand our willpower. And with more willpower, we can do more stuff that we don't like. We can also do stuff that we do like, for sure. But this area grows when we do stuff we don't like. But one thing is for sure, fewer distractions, better systems, and clarity on your why, your vision and your why helps a lot. Right, one thing here, key line. Discipline is the bridge between desire and success. I like this. Discipline is the bridge between desire and success. Let's move on. Procrastination. Let me find this. Procrastination. Where do we have this? There. It's number 8. Procrastination, page 170. This is one of the most common causes of failure. Procrastination. Listen up here. This is one of the most common causes of failure. Old man procrastination stands within the shadow of every human being, waiting his opportunity to spoil one's chances of success. Most of us go through life as failures because we're waiting for the time to be right to start doing something worthwhile. Do not wait. The time will never be just right. Start where you stand and work with whatever tools you have at your command, and better tools will be found as you go. Boom. Procrastination. Me before, full of procrastination. I worked hard, but I had so much procrastinations inside. Old man procrastination stands within the shadow of every human being, waiting to spoil his chances of success. Powerful stuff. Let's see the questions here. What about you? Waiting for the perfect time? Question. It doesn't exist. But really, ask yourself this and journal about this. Are you waiting for the perfect time? I know I was for so many years. Action creates momentum. Delay feeds doubt. I actually created something I call a manifesto. Maybe I'll share it at another time here or in the community. But also very powerful, because when we do things, when I started my company and I began to understand what I had to do, I took action on that and I saw the results coming in. And it was kind of like, this old saying, like when you want to push a train in the beginning, it's very tough, but as you go and it gets momentum, you don't have to push anymore. That's how it felt for me. But I also know the other thing here, delay feeds doubt. So when we when we delay it till tomorrow or till next week or till next month, the thoughts, remember the one before, in front of the mirror, greatest friend, greatest enemy. When we delay, you probably know this, enemy will begin to speak louder. Every moment you hesitate, your old identity wins. So this one, I want to speak more about this, and I will create a video at a point about this. But the thing is, where you want to go, wherever you are right now, where you want to go, if you, like I mentioned at the beginning, you are an entrepreneur, you want to manifest. An entrepreneur manifestation, you want to create more success, grow on a bigger level, serve more people. The thing is that to get there, we need to break through that next level. We need to break through the barrier. And to break through that barrier, we also need to get even more of you, of me outside, like really expanding from the inside. And when we do that, we have to shred the layers of the old character. And this is beautiful. It's not like, it is something dying actually, but it's the old version. It's the old things dying. So we have to let go of these things so we can create, so we can expand into the version who wins. Most people are not lazy. They're scared of failing, of being seen, of not being enough. And I was one of those for so many years. And I know I wrote 3 or 4 books. I wrote 3 or 4 books, but I was so scared of promoting them, and I had a lot of excuses for not doing it. I was just scared. I was scared of people actually reading the books and judging me on the books. So I didn't promote them. And that's a tough learning, but I had to have that learning, and I had to really look inside to understand. It was fear of not being enough. It was fear of not being good enough. I was scared. Don't wait. The time will never be just right. So, recap bullets. We'll put it here. It was just my notes. I took them with. So, no clear purpose, no power. So that might be the first step for some people if they're kind of stuck, if they're stuck where they are. If you're a business owner, if you're an entrepreneur, if you are someone who are impact driven to do more, to be more, to live more, to serve on a bigger purpose, on a bigger scale, to get that momentum, to get that power, find the purpose, find the vision, step into it. And I'll tell you in a moment how I got some exercises that can help a lot. The second, no discipline equals no progress. So whatever it is for me to share my message, I have to go on the the camera here. I'll have to put up my mic. I have to take some notes. I share my stuff. That's my discipline right now, and I upload it to YouTube so you can see it there. I create a document, and that document will also be available for some people. That's my discipline here. So we've got to figure out what our discipline is. Procrastination equals paralysis. Powerful stuff. So procrastination is just like stop sign. All right, so let's see. That's the thing here. Go deeper into this. So I promised you early on. Again, remember, I think the like will come up again. If you like this, if it's a little value for you, why is there no liking coming up here? Thumb. Please like the video. And also feel free to subscribe and hit that bell if you want to see whenever there's more on this channel. So I promised that if you want to go deeper into this, if you're an impact-driven person who believes that there's more for you, that you, like me, you want to figure out what's possible. And for me, I speak about me right now, then you can see if you can relate to that. What is possible and who am I? That's kind of my two missions right now. What can I do and figure out who am I? Letting go of all that I'm not on the way. So, if it's you, if you feel like these things, I've created different trainings around manifestation for entrepreneurs, for online entrepreneurs, for impact-driven people. And I created this. The channel, the Manifestation Masterclass, is totally free. I created this not a long time ago. I'm just starting building it. I put in some very powerful trainings around vision, because I call it the manifestation foundation. Vision is so fundamental. And also I put in trainings in the foundation around how to shift beliefs, how to shift or release or transform emotions from the old, from the limiting and into the supporting. Just gotta put on my other glasses here because, wow, my eyes needs to feel this little light. So if you want to be part of this, it's a community, like-minded people, heart-driven, impact-driven leaders, entrepreneurs. If you want to be part of this, there's a link below this video. It's free, there's no cost. The Manifestation Foundation is in there, and also there's a module 1 with different trainings and learnings on how our brain works and how it works with manifestation, even with some people would call it law of attraction. But module 1 is all the inside of a person. How can you create, or how can you manifest your dream life? So the link is below, and you're more than welcome to join us. Also, if you want to dive into the next 3 of the failures from Napoleon Hill here, please do check out the next video. All right? Lots of love.